All right, we are back here on Dixon County 2024 election podcast, and we are getting closer and closer to election day. Early voting is open right now, so hopefully, if that's something that you want to do, you've made your way down to the polls and around the corner. Very happy today to be in my hometown of Burns, Tennessee. We're actually here at Burns City Hall, and I have a town council or town commissioner in Burns.
What's the
It's
official name of it?
Mr. Jackson Tidwell. How you doing today, sir?
Good.
How you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Now tell me, what is the official title now?
The official is the board. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Now tell me, what is the official title now?
The official is the board of commissioners, but everybody just calls it city council.
That's it, right? Yeah, I know it. In Charlotte they call it one thing, in White Bluff it's something, in Burns it's something else, right?
Yeah.
Here today, like I said, we're happy that I get a chance to interview you, and so let's go ahead and start right here at the top. About your background, where did you grow up? If you got family around here, you may want to mention some of them. Folks may be able to connect you that way. But talk to me a little bit about your background and your upbringing, and we'll start with young Jackson and kind of go forward.
Okay, so I'm Jackson Tidwell. A lot of people probably know my last name, but Tidwell. So we've got some founders here in Burns that are some Tidwells, but my Tidwells are out towards the Abiff, Bonacqua area. Some might know Jerry Tidwell, the eye doctor. Family and where I settled is here in Burns. Got lived up there other than them 3 years. The rest of my life has been here in Burns. My grandparents grew up here. My grandparents grew up here. My grandfather was actually the mayor of Burns. My grandparents grew up here. My grandfather was actually the mayor of Burns back in the 80s. Grandfather was actually the mayor of Burns back in the 80s, and then back in the 80s, and then my great great aunt Jewel Bishop was the county trustee for about 20 years. Aunt Jewel Bishop was the county trustee for about 20 years. So I'm kind of here in Burns and in Dixon County. So I'm just here in Burns and in Dixon County. So I just live here. Graduated in 22. So this is my home. Here graduated in 22. So this is my home, and I want to represent it in a way. So
Awesome. Well, me and you kind
in a way. So
awesome. Well, me and you kind of got something in common. We're both kind of in the world of education.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about, what do you do? Both kind of in the world of education.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about, what do you do for a job? When you wake up in the morning, where do you go to work? Talk to me just a little bit about that.
So it's kind of funny. So when I graduated high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I wanted to be a lawyer at first. I was like, oh, I'm going to school to be a lawyer. I went to Western Kentucky at first. I was like, oh, I'm going to school to be a lawyer. I went to Western Kentucky University for about a week. I wanted to be here. I was like, I hated to be away from Knoxville, but it's a pretty big school. And I was like, this is not for me. So I left there and I came home. And for about a week, I was like, I need to find something to do. I need a job. And my mom was like, well, what about Oakmont? I was like, okay, I haven't thought about that. So they didn't have a job